Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last lecture we have discussed about the Miller indices. Let us continue with more examples. Let's start. Here the axis was given. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, z-axis. Since they have not given the lattice parameters, let us consider the lattice parameter along the x-axis is a, the y-axis is b, and the z-axis is c. Now, let's find out the intercepts. So, if you see here, to find out the intercept, you can see the plane is, this is the plane of interest that we are finding. And here, the plane is actually lying at the origin. When the plane is lying at the origin, we cannot determine its intercepts because the plane itself is lying at the origin, so we cannot determine intercept in this case. In this case, we need to shift the origin to some other place to find the intercepts. Now, we need to shift the origin to some other place where we can find all the intercepts of the plane easily. Let's see where we can shift. For example, if you shift here, shall we get all the intercepts? Yes, you can see here. Now, I am shifting this origin to here. Now, this is the new origin. This is the x-axis. This is the new y-axis. And this is new z-axis. Now, this is the origin. Now, the present coordinate system is here. Now, with respect to this one, we can determine the intercepts. With respect to this one, the intercepts of this plane along the x-axis is minus a, because this is a minus a, and the intercept along the y-axis is, it is intercepting here, so it is minus, this is a plus b, because this is a positive axis, this is a negative axis. And along the z-axis, since this is the z-axis, this is the plane, they both are parallel to each other, so the intercept is at infinity. Now, divide them with the lattice parameters, minus a by a, b by b, c by c. The third step is reciprocate them. This gives us minus 1, 1. This is also infinity. This is infinity c by c, b by 1, b by b gives us 1, this is infinity. The reciprocals gives us 1 bar, 1, 0. 1 by 1 gives 1, 1 by infinity gives us 0. So, this is a minus, it is intercepting at the minus axis, so 1 bar. So, we can write the corresponding Miller indices is 1 bar, 1, 0. This is also a diagonal plane, that's the reason why we have two intercepts, 1, 1. Similarly, this is another example. This is the plane of interest. And now, it was given the axis, initial axis is x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. And also, obviously, the lattice parameters are a, b, c. Now, in this case, is it possible to determine all the intercepts of this plane using this axis? No. You can see we cannot have any intercepts on this one. So, in this case, we need to shift the origin to some other place. So, we can shift, for example, if you see, this is the place where we can shift to origin. So, this is if you draw this, you will get here one more corner. From here, we can take the new axis is x, y, and the new z-axis is here. Now, we can find out the intercepts of this plane by using new coordinate system. Now, the coordinate system is x, y, z. Let's find out the intercepts. Write down So the plane intercepts along the x-axis is at 1/3 A, because the plane is intercepting along the x-axis is at 1/3 into A, and the y-axis the plane is intercepting along 1/3 into B, and the z-axis the intercept is, this is the intercept, so it is C, 1 into C. So now let's divide this with the lattice parameters, 1/3, 1/3, 1. Next, reciprocate them, find out the Miller indices. When you reciprocate, you get 3, 3, 1. So the Miller indices for this particular plane is 3, 3, 1. In this case, this is the plane of interest that we are talking, but in this case you can see this plane is intercepting along the x, y, z axis as it is with the given coordinate system. So we can write directly. So the intercept along the, I am writing directly, the intercept along the x-axis is at A, so we can write 1, and the intercept along the y-axis is 1/3. If it is 1/3, it comes 3, so we can write 3, and the intercept along the z-axis is at 1/3, so we can write 3. So the Miller indices for this particular plane is 1, 3, 3. These are some of the examples. Let's see some more example. This is the plane of interest that we are finding the Miller indices, and the lattice parameter along the x-axis A, B, C, y, z axis respectively. Now find out the intercepts. The intercept along the x-axis is at A, so we can write 1, and the intercept along the y-axis is 1, and the intercept along the z-axis is 1. So this is the Miller indices of this particular plane. I am not doing all the steps. By this time you might have understood. If you know the intercepts, you can directly write the plane, Miller indices of the plane. Now this is the 1, 1, 1 plane. Now this is the plane. This is important. This is the plane that we are interested to find out the Miller indices. Now, to find the intercepts of this plane by using this axis, is it possible? If you see, we can't find directly intercepts of this plane by using this coordinate system, right? So we need to shift here, in this case, we need to shift the coordinate system to some other place where we can find exactly the intercepts easily. Now let's shift the coordinate system to some other place where we can find all the intercepts easily, like this way. Now the new coordinate system is, we have shifted from here to here. Now the new coordinate system, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. We need to choose a point where we can find all the coordinates, all the intercepts easily, right? Now let us see. With the new coordinate system, the intercept along the x-axis is, this is the A, and the intercept along the y-axis, this is the y-axis, but the plane is intercepting here. That means this is minus B. So, on the y-axis it is at minus B. On the z-axis you can say this is the positive z-axis, but the plane is intercepting along the negative z-axis, so we can write minus C. Now from this you can write A by A, divide these lattice parameters, so which gives 1, minus 1, minus 1, and then reciprocate them, and then find the Miller indices. 1, 1 bar, 1 bar. These are the Miller indices of this plane. Sometimes you may have doubt that, can I take the crystallographic axis in a reverse way? In this case, this is the x-axis, this is the x-axis in the originally, this is the y-axis, this is the z-axis. But when I am shifting the crystallographic axis to some other point, I have taken as it is. This is x-axis, this is x-axis, this is a y, y, z, z. But what happens if I shift this x, y, z and rotate this axis in a different position? Like if this is x, this is y, this is z. Yes, you can take. You can take, and the corresponding Miller indices will be having bars over it, like this way. So this is the same figure, but now I am changing the coordinate axis to some other point. Now I have taken here, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the z-axis. Now the corresponding intercepts are 1 bar. Since this is the plane of interest, since this is a positive x-axis, this will be a negative x-axis. So the intercept is minus a. That is the reason why you have a 1 bar. And you can see this is the y-axis. The plane is intercepting along the y-axis positive direction, so we have 1. And the plane is intercepting along the z-axis positively, so we have 1. So 1 bar, 1, 1. If you see for the same plane, we have 1 bar, 1, 1 and 1 bar, 1 bar. The both are possible. That means the Miller indices depends upon the coordinate axis that you are choosing. So when you represent any Miller indices for any particular plane, please represent the coordinate axis clearly so that your answers won't go wrong. Thank you.